Check, check. Everybody, let's get ready for our Cankdeska Cikana Community College 2022 here. I'd like to welcome everybody to Cankdeska Cikana Community College 2022. Commencement ceremony here. Got a few announcements to make, please, first. Please turn your cell phone off or on silent mode. Second, families should hold off wrapping and taking pictures of your graduate until after the ceremony. Next one, after the honor song, please return to your seats and we'll allow all follow to the color guard and the graduates out. Okay. Hey, namaste, everybody. Glad to see everybody here. It's all looking good. Okay. Spirit Lake. I want to start it off with the song now. Bring the color guard in. Please stand, you guys. Stand up. Najibi. Thank you, Color Guard and Spirit Lake Singers. Next, I'd like to please welcome onto the stage Oriana Graybear, graduate and treasurer of Student Senate, to give our opening prayer. Want to come up?
Wankantanka tukashna wawashake ka naku. Mopanta uyankumpi heyun tokata. Taku te haiki ed. Ukepkeha etopia uyushta. Okoke hepte. Naku tukashna te wana wiyanga wicha. Waniyatu nu mustampi taka unge etopia. Sampa wa mushpe chimpi ho hena. Oichachia ga naku unge. Oichu muhampi chimpi hena naku. Oichachia. He han Kashna Dakota. Wichoi chage. Unkita wapi ga naku wash. Oichage hena nupin tokata unha. Mauni piti nena te hakie. Tukashna wapita tankaye mitakwe oasi.
Mitako Asna. Thank you, Oriana. It's my honor to introduce to our president, Dr. Cynthia Lindquist, for the welcome. Come up.
Apetuishte. Good morning, good morning. Isn't it a beautiful day? A little windy, but that's okay. And we know Mother Nature's here with us to greet us and to bless us each and every day. Congratulations, Cankdeska Cikana Community College graduates of 2022. Can you believe you made it? Those in the back, there's still a lot of chairs up front here. Please come on down, sit down. We got a beautiful program. You don't need to be uncomfortable. There's lots and lots of room in here. As I mentioned at the awards ceremony Wednesday night, it's been a challenging 2 years. We did a virtual graduation in 2020. We did a smaller celebration, social distancing last year, limiting who could be here in that. So we're still kind of dealing with this pandemic thing and coming out of, this illness, this disease that's affected each and every one of us. It's really nice to get back together. We like to socialize. We like to eat together. We like to joke and tease, and we have not been able to do that. And to come together after 2-3 years of not being able to do this to celebrate graduation, it's like, yes, how wonderful. So thank you all for coming out, to the families, the loved ones of our graduates, all the faculty and staff, thank you. I would like to also acknowledge our color guard and all our veterans. Thank you so much for your service and for always helping our people, for being who you are as veterans, as service members. Thank you so much. Hopefully you are blessed and Takashla takes care of you in a good way. Also, the Lake Region Singers led by Mr. Dwayne Jackson. Madamia. It's so good to hear the drum. I find it renewing. It truly is our heartbeat. And it connects us to Mother Earth, to all the blessings we have, to being who we are as Dakota people, as a Dakota Tribal College. This is what we are, this is what we do. At the awards ceremony the other night, I mentioned some things that I'm going to reiterate today so all of you know. Cankdeska Cikana Community College is a Dakota Tribal College serving the Spirit Lake community. All and anyone is welcome to come here and to attend. We serve our community. We're going to go above and beyond what we do specific to Dakota culture, Dakota language, because we have had many losses. Who teaches Dakota? How do we teach Dakota? Who knows our history? Who knows our treaty? Who knows our government, our leadership, our tribal council? How do we learn that? How do we know? How come we're always mad? Oh, the council, the council, the council. Tribe, tribe, tribe. Didn't do this, didn't do that. Do you know what they're doing? How do we help? How do we change? Education. These young people sitting here, they're going to make change happen. When our students come to the door, they have hopes, they have dreams. They're taking a big step. The tribal colleges and universities in this country, we know the hurdles our students have lived through to get to becoming a college student. So we go out of our way to try to serve our students to the best of our ability. And more recently, because of having COVID relief funds, we've been able to do a lot more than normal in helping our students succeed, understanding the dynamics of who they are, what they need for support, if it's childcare, if it's help paying the rent bill, if it's getting tires because the tires blew out, whatever. We will try to help. And that's what we've been doing for the last 2-3 years, but actually all along in this journey. Education opens doors. Education is the answer. Someday we are going to have a bachelor's degree, hopefully in Dakota Studies. That's still on our plans. Someday, maybe soon, we're going to build houses and maybe tiny houses using 3D technology through advanced manufacturing. I'm sure a lot of you don't really know what this college does. Talk to our students. They will tell you some of the phenomenal things we do through education. We have advanced manufacturing, we have pre-engineering, we have pre-nursing, hopefully leading to medicine and to physicians. We still do not have a physician for Spirit Lake community. We have Dakota Studies, we have liberal arts, we have pre-nursing, as I mentioned, early childhood education. We're thriving right there. We're also thriving in social work. We're doing 2+2s with other state institutions and the other tribal colleges to help our students transfer into bachelor's degrees. As I mentioned the other night at the awards ceremony, our community still needs physicians. We still need nurses. We need researchers. We need engineers. We need people to be building inspectors, quality control people. We need researchers. How come things work the way they do or don't work the way they do? You probably all don't know, but our freshman and sophomore college students here at Cankdeska have been engaged in some sophisticated research for breast cancer, led by Dr. Brent Bowles, one of our faculty members, in concert with UND Med School. And it's about genomes, and it's highly, highly technical. But our students have been helping in that. Check out our website, littlehoop.edu. Please encourage yourself, your children, your grandchildren to come to Cankdeska Cikana Community College. We're good at what we do. We're accredited. We love what we do. Today's celebration is about that love of helping people on that education pathway to find answers, to make things better, to live together better, and to improve our community. We're really happy you're all here. I would like to publicly acknowledge the Cankdeska Cikana Community College Board of Regents. We have 2 members of the 5-member team here. We have Ms. Colette Brown, who is our board chair, and Heather Lawrence Gadsam, who is our secretary treasurer for the board. John Lonis is a new member. Mary Green Chaudier has been on for a little less than a year, I think maybe about a year now. And Wichakwi Tabachihe Homini, or maybe you know her as Evelyn Kavanaugh, has been a longtime board member. But we thank them because most of them are Cankdeska grads and now professional people in our community, and they serve on our border regions. They're my bosses, and we meet monthly, and they do a really good job of overseeing this college to make sure we're doing what we're supposed to be doing and that we're accountable in our work. And you can check out our website, you can check out our audits, you can check out the annual report, the accreditation reports. It's all public information in that. We love what we do. We love what we do because of why we're here today. 40 graduates in 2022. It's like, yes. We're planning some alumni events starting this summer as we get back to having activities. We're going to coincide it with Fortaten Day's powwow. We're going to have a new book published this summer by Louis Garcia, a second publication about Spirit Lake places and events. Please be watching and be mindful on our social media site, on the KBU, our radio station and that. And again, everybody is welcome. Everybody is invited. Please think about your future, who you are, what you want to do. Education really is the answer. And there's all kinds of education. And as I mentioned the other night, yes, I want my students to get degrees, to get certificates, to go on, to get bachelor's, master's, doctorates. But the other aspect of it is about life and about knowing better who we are as Dakota people. So that cultural education component is key. Miss Oriana, thank you so much. You did a beautiful job in your prayer. That's through our Dakota studies. That's what we're about. Haumitakiawasi, we're all related. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you, Dr. Lindquist. Next on the agenda will be Lorinda Lieben, graduate and vice president of the Student Senate. You want to come up?
Hello and welcome, everybody. Thank you, Dekshi Merle, for that introduction. As you said, my name is Lorinda Lieben. I'm the daughter of Jeanette Harold and Tim DeMars. My grandparents are Mary Melinda Thompson, William Harold, Alexander DeMars, and Loretta Jerome. I'd like to extend a special thank you to President Lindquist. Through her hard work and her passion for this community, we enjoy this beautiful auditorium and facility. She likes to be humble when praised in her achievements by saying this is something that should have been, and it is. But it is through her that her hard work and passion that it came to be. And thanks to her, we have this beacon of hope and growth in our community. So thank you, Cindy. So this is the first full graduation ceremony that we have had since the pandemic. Many of the students haven't started during the pandemic. I started this semester before, so I was in class and then moved to online. There were many difficulties we faced in getting here, some unprecedented for college graduates. We moved to online learning. It was Zoom meetings and instruction was fine, but trying to have a class discussion was rather difficult because when you speak, it cuts out other people, so everybody just awkwardly waits for somebody else to speak first, and then we all speak at once, and everybody says sorry, and it's teacher has to muddle through. But we made it. We got it, and we learned everything, and it was hard. It was also hard because of COVID that we've lost loved ones at a faster rate than normal. And I'd like to dedicate my speech today to them, those ones we miss the most today, that are smiling down on us from their peaceful place, beaming with pride. On a more personal note, I want to talk about my journey to get here and how that involves the community and future plans. This is my 7th attempt at getting a college degree. Over the last 20 years, I had tried and failed many times, and in those 20 years, I struggled with addiction. And I feel like what helped me was finding the root of that issue that I was trying to escape in those addictions. And I think of the people that went through those addictions with me and the people I see that are still suffering. And it is suffering. It's not life's a party. Addicts are usually hiding from something and have some deep pain that they need to be healed. So I've been in therapy and learning life skills that I feel have been key into getting me where I am today. To focus on getting my degree, being a good mother, and making all of my dreams come true. The college motto logo says, "Start here, go anywhere." And that refers to starting here, and you can go on to other universities. And I feel like for me, it's start here and follow my dreams. When I was a little girl, I wanted to build an orphanage for kids that were suffering in homes of addiction, because I wanted to have a safe place for kids to go, that somebody could care about them and make sure there's nobody hurting them. And in my own journey to sobriety, when I got sober and I saw my kids, my own children, blossom, I changed that dream a little bit to include the parents of those families, because while keeping kids safe is what I want to do, I know that it is best to help their parents transition into a better life, because at the end of the day, they're still going to want their moms and dads there. So I pursued a degree in social work. I'll go on to UND to get my bachelor's and master's in social work. And I hope to come back here and offer addiction services and trauma therapy and teach life skills to the Dakota Nation and the surrounding community, so our families can come out of the darkness of addiction and heal together, grow together in a good way, so we can prosper. And I feel passionate about this because once upon a time, I never thought I would be a sober person. I thought that I would always be having a drink or something. But today, this life that I have, I wouldn't give back for anything else in the world. I feel so happy and fulfilled and just brimming with love. And I want to share that with everybody else. And in closing, I want to throw in a quote that I've lived by. Do or do not. There is no try. And that is from the wise and powerful Master Yoda. But I've tried to live by that. I've lived by that. There was years of trying college, and I went into it this time that I'm not going to try, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get that education, I'm going to get that degree, I'm going to help people. It's going to happen. And congratulations to all of my fellow graduates. We did it. Thank you.
Audio. Thank you, Lorenda. I'd like to call up our guest speaker, is Ryan Brown. He is a Cankdeska Cikana Community College graduate in 2013, and he obtained his engineering degree from NDSU. He is currently working for Spirit Lake Tribe in the EPA department. Please welcome Ryan Brown. Okay.
Got to bring my cheat sheet. Yeah, thank you, Merle, for that introduction. And good morning, everyone. Like Merle said, my name is Ryan Brown. I'm an enrolled member here at the Spirit Lake Dakota Nation. I have been active alongside in the community, working for. I'll have to make a quick correction for the Spirit Lake Planning Department. I have been working as a project manager inspector when I was first hired, and also have been changed over into some of the economic development work for our small businesses and entities here, as long as working with some of the grant type work that my boss does for the tribe. So moving forward, I am truly honored and grateful to be here with everyone today on this beautiful and wonderful day. Now, it may not seem very beautiful outside, but it's a very beautiful atmosphere in here today. Today, we're gathered to honor the success and the well-deserved and the well-earned accomplishments of this graduating class of 2022. So everyone, please join me in applauding them and their accomplishments. Thanks. It feels really good to be invited back here to this campus, a place that really had welcomed everyone with open arms, anyone had walked through their doors, and really provided opportunities for each individual to grow. And as well, and most importantly, they helped guide us to all the opportunities that we can make a difference here in our lives. I would like to begin by acknowledging everybody here. Everybody here, you all make a difference today into what we're celebrating. Every single person. The graduates are not only represented themselves and their accomplishments, but they also represent their families and their loved ones, this wonderful tribal college, and most importantly, the communities and the community that we're part of. To all family and friends here today, you represent the support and the love that each of these graduates deserve. Our families are the most important people in our lives. And our friends are the additional family that we choose to adopt into our life. To all of the Cankdeska Cikana Community College staff, administration, board members, and instructors, you continue to provide amazing opportunities for anyone that comes through those doors. And we're very grateful for your existence and all of the hard work you do for the members, surrounding members of communities. To all the community members with us today, not only do you resemble our existence within this community on this earth, or in this country, or even in this state, we resemble our sovereign status with the capabilities of adapting to anything that faces us as a whole. Today, our graduates resemble a successful step forward for our community. With that said, graduates, we thank you for all you have done, and we look forward to all that you will accomplish in life. I would like to take this time to thank President Cynthia Lindquist for inviting me to be your guest speaker today at your commencement. I feel honored to have been chosen to share a little bit about my story, some experiences, things that motivate me, and small pieces of advice. And I will promise to do this as quickly as possible because everyone is anxious. I was in your shoes 9 years ago, and I know how it feels to just have a person drag on and drag on. I get it, okay? I also understand that some of you graduates are also older than me, okay? So I'm going to try to offer advice that makes sense. So for one, I was pretty surprised when Dr. Lindquist had reached out to me to be the guest speaker or keynote speaker for today. And the first thing that ran through my mind was this, man, am I that old already? It doesn't feel like it's been that long, but class of 2011 in high school and 2013 here for the Chapel College. I mean, your years fly by. And but for the record, I am not 30 yet. Okay, so I am enjoying my last year in my 20s. So you can do the math. So I sat down to figure out what kind of keynote topics and what does it really define to be a keynote speaker for a graduation, and specifically a college graduation. So I looked up the definition, and it came down to three things. Usually, one, you got to be famous. Two, you got to be very successful. And three, you have to be wise, in quotation, old. So out of respect to myself, I threw out old right away, okay? And that was out the door. But I did have to ponder the other two. But what famous really meant to me, or what famous usually means, is that we have good famous and we have bad famous. And but what really determines if you are famous? And that's a pretty hard question to answer. I also had to think about what it means to be very successful. Because what determines that level of successfulness? Where do you get to be determined that you're very successful? In my belief, these qualities, they can't be measured. Famous, we normally think that, being famous means you are president, a celebrity, or a nationally or worldwide known person. But I think we forget how to define what is famous. Today, our fame goes all into these graduates. You and only you define this graduating class of 2022. No one else can join you, and no one else can take from you what you earned. So own it. This is yours. To talk about the wise, the old, the wisdom portion, I just believe that it comes with age and being in experiences that you have to learn from. We all say wisdom comes with age, but no matter what your age, you learn to become wise. And I have a quick story to tell, and my sisters are probably listening, and one works here, but the one at least that works here, she was on my side with this story, because when we were kids, we grew up to be wise. Some people call it smart. But when our older sisters got in trouble, we learned what not to do. And we learned from them. So we wised up, okay? We didn't lie to our parents, but we were honest, and we knew what not to do to get ourselves in trouble. And that's just a small example of what being wise can be. And over to being successful. Success, I think we simply overlook it. We normally think that successful is having a lot of money in our bank account, some land in our name, and probably having a fancy sports car. But I don't believe success can be measured by that way. Today, we are successful for many things that go for granted. We all made it to this graduation. That's a step. We are physically here. We succeeded in something today. Okay, we got out of our beds. We drove here. We arrived here safely. We didn't blow away in the parking lot with all this wind, and we made it in. So do not forget about the small things that we succeed in, because that transfers over into motivation that you can use for your daily life. And to kind of elaborate a little bit about, since we're on the topic of success, and some of the things that I have accomplished thus far in my life. I graduated from Devils Lake High School in the year of 2011. I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do coming out of high school. Carpentry was kind of my angle I was leaning on. And thankfully for some great personnel here at the school at that time, one being my father, he introduced us to a new program called the PEAK program, the Pre-Engineering Education Collaborative, and it was a mainstreaming program funded by the National Science Foundation to provide some more homegrown engineers, practically allowing our first 2 years of schooling to be taught at our tribal school level. And I can't speak on behalf of the college, but we took math classes from Calculus 1 all the way to 4 here, and that was not possible without the program. So I'm very thankful for that opportunity. I did graduate in 2013, as Merle said, with my pre-engineering degree here. And along with my experience related to here, I was a very involved person with extracurricular activities, dating from high school with sports. When I arrived here at the college, it kind of felt weird. I was so used to going to school, doing class for 8 periods, going to a practice all year long, and then all of a sudden I came here and I was like, I'm done at 2:00 in the morning. Like, what am I supposed to do with my life? It was weird. So we picked up some student organizations. I was a member of the Student Senate, student government here for 2 years. I also joined the club ACES, it's American Indian College, the American Indian Science and Engineering Society. And in 2015, when I graduated from NDSU with my Bachelor's of Civil Engineering, I was honored and pledged by our advisor of the program to be a lifetime member of that organization. And I'm very active with that organization and an advocate for a lot of students in our community to be involved with STEM fields. It was a lot of fun here, and there's a lot of things to talk about. I'm having a lot of history and a lot of moments pop up when I'm seeing faces in the audience, and also a lot of the current faces that I see every day. I got a couple of basketball boys here that I coach over at Warwick. It's fun to see you guys here in attendance, to know what it's like for a future. And to elaborate a little bit more on the degree, my bachelor's of science and civil engineering, it was that alone was really a motivational piece for me. We do have other enrolled members that do have an engineering degree, but no one took the path that I took, and that was what really helped motivate me to be raised in this community. And understand the opportunity that we can that we can strive by taking that path. And all of us will take a different path, even when we leave here today. But for my path, it wasn't paved. It never really existed, being able to come out of a tribal college and transfer into a big university. And then the most important thing for me is also come home with that degree and do the best that I can to help our community and our people. And I'm still figuring that out. There's a lot of things that can be accomplished here. There's a lot of things that not necessarily change, but just more of getting with the times, and updating our ability to do the most that we can as a community. And as I mentioned a little bit earlier, I also been very involved with our youth. I made it a very personal goal of mine to come home and advocate for them, not only for their academic side, but I'm also a sports guy. I've been a head coach at Warwick boys basketball for 5, going on my 6th year now, and I've enjoyed every bit of it. I think I've learned more from them than they've learned from me, because I'll be honest, they're a lot better ball players than I was, and they're really a big inspiration for me. And that's kind of another topic that transfers over into really what motivates you. And for me, though, reflecting on my short years of success, it's really only the beginning of what I would like to accomplish. And having lifelong goals is really important for all you graduates. But also make sure you keep short-term goals in your mind as well. Okay, making sure you get up every day to do something. Do your best every day in whatever you're going to do, and that's really all anybody can ask for. Then I would like to get closer to our closing remarks here about, I guess, a little bit about what motivates me. And as I mentioned before, the youth in our community had really touched base with what I want to do and what I want to advocate for. But on top of that, I've been very fortunate to have a very supporting family, and not only in the higher education side with my parents, but all of my siblings have also graduated from here, and we take that very proudly. And we have been doing very well by achieving our goals, but also setting new goals, and that's really about all you can do for yourself. You can't compare yourself to other goals and what other people accomplish. You have to go accomplish what you want to accomplish. And what really helped me get through the last couple of years of my degree was being able to come back home into a community that supported me, coming back to a family that supported me, but most importantly on the community part, it was really great to be able to come home and have an immediate effect, whether I was doing simple things for work or if I was driving kids home from coaching them on a basketball game. It was really what motivated me to be able to come home and help out anywhere I can. And the last thing that motivates me are you graduates today. I was in your shoes in 2013, 9 years, not 10. I was teasing Cindy about this earlier today. She almost made me come back on my 10-year reunion. I'm glad she didn't, okay? I'm really happy. Makes me feel better not seeing double digits. Next year, I'll accept it, okay? When I'm 30 and I'm 10 years out of college, I'm just going to have to deal with it. But graduates, you motivate me today. It was a remarkable day of accomplishment for me and my fellow graduates in 2013. But the most important thing is that it's great to see all of you guys continuing your goals and those accomplishments that you earned today. And today is just a starting point for all of you. We look forward to seeing everything you accomplish in life. We look forward to seeing your names in the spotlight one day. And it could be a simple thing. It could be a major thing. The most important thing, though, is that you just go out and do what you want to do, because no one else can tell you you can't. Thank you for your time today, everyone. Again, God bless.
Thank you, Ryan Wopitonka, for that speech. No?
So this is not on your program, so I'm interrupting our agenda, but hey, I'm the president, I can do that. But Ryan, your age had nothing to do with inviting you. But now that you've told us, and it's like, oh my gosh, you are very young. You were invited because of what you've accomplished. You were invited because of who you are and what you represent. As a graduate of Cankdeska, your eloquent speech, sharing your journey, like Lorinda, and that you are our future. And we're so very, very proud of you. So I want to thank you for that. I want to also acknowledge his mom and dad, Lori and Ermi. Are you here? Thank you for raising such wonderful children and investing in them. All that love, hard work, rules that mom and dads are supposed to do and grandmas and grandpas. But that's what it's all about. The other aspect that I think, and part of why I wanted to interrupt our program, education is a pathway, it's a journey. And we're a tribal college, and so it incorporates academics and academic standards and all that. But because we're a Dakota Tribal College, family is essential, as he just told us. That support, that love. Lorinda talked about it in a different way relative to her journey. And everybody's journey is different. The success of these students are due to our faculty, our instructors at this college. And you all probably don't know them. You might know some more than others, but I'm going to interrupt the program a minute here because I would like to acknowledge and thank all the Cankdeska Cikana Community College faculty. If you're here, please stand up and wait till we're done with the whole list. We are live streaming the program, if you all don't know, and it's being recorded and documented, and we have several faculty who are adjunct. But please stand as I call your name. Doug Cudworth, Natural Resources. Brianna Delorme, Indigenous Studies. Louis Garcia, Dakota Studies. Frank Gord, Carpentry. Lori Gorno, Science, Pre-Nursing. Kelly Gannon, CDL, Professional Driver. Theodore Green, Professional Driver, CDL. Carol Graywater, Fine Arts. Carl Hafner, Pre-Engineering. Herb Hoffer, Athletic Director, Hyper. Elijah Hopkins, Dakota Language. Kim Krebsbach, Computer Science, IT Technology. She's also co-academic dean. Jackie Lambert, Early Childhood Education, also co-academic dean with us, and really led the training program we're doing for early childhood education and our Head Start program. Galen Lindemann, who's I'm sure not here, but hi, Galen, I'm sure you're watching. Social work, and Lorinda, I don't know if I didn't hear social work, but we got a thriving social work program here with several, or at least 12 in the pipeline, 10 or 12 who have already graduated, working at Tribal Social Services. Heather Markson, Tutors, Student Success. Mike Parker, Pre-Engineering. Kim Paulson, Carpentry. Jeremy Red Eagle, Dakota Language. Stuart Reike, English, who's in Alaska. And if you heard the beautiful guitar music at the beginning of the ceremony, that was Stuart live streaming to us. Eric Rognes, Social Science, Liberal Arts, and a community member who's just a wonderful, wonderful instructor. Karen Sari, our math director in IT, or not IT, data coordinator. We like data, we like numbers. Stephen Smith, business. Entrepreneurship, economic development. Dr. Brent Voles, who I've already mentioned, science, and is like much more than science. He's a PhD, biomedical, just like highly, highly technical, deep into academics and that. And Heidi Ziegemeyer, Natural Resources, Land Grant Director. Thank you all. Please acknowledge the instructors of Cankdeska Cikana Community College. As Lorinda mentioned in her speech, which I really didn't focus on. I mentioned pandemic and that, but pivoting in March of 2020, from kind of who we are, come here, be in class, to jumpstarting online, we did it really well. And it's thanks to these instructors, but also prior to pandemic, Cankdeska had been using a platform called Moodle. It's an online learning system. So we had it in place already. We had to do some upgrading relative to the technologies, the connection, remote, and what does that mean? Online learning, and adjusting. We are trying to study this phenomenon of changing from in-person to doing online. Our students are telling us they like both. What does that mean? I was telling people about a year ago, we're going to come back to in-person only, in-person only. Well, if half the students are saying they like online, which is online, and the other half want in person, how do you do that? How do you manage all that? The faculty and instructors of Cankdeska Cikana Community College, along with Delana Wendland and our Student Support Services staff, we're figuring this out. We are using our COVID relief funds to make it happen. So every student has access to good technology, meaning a nice computer. I've told the story, I don't know if I've told it publicly, but when pandemic first happened, we had students sitting in our parking lot using track phones to do college homework. And I'm like, oh my gosh, thank goodness it was March and not January and 20 below. But how can students sit in a car, 3 or 4 of them, using a track phone to do college level homework? So immediately, Stuart Young and his staff, the tech staff side of the staff, we geared up. Fortunately, we had enough computers, laptops, iPads to get over that hump. We put in orders in that. So we've made available to every student, to all our instructors, actually all the employees here at the college, to have laptops, desktops at home, printers at home. We've also made available to the students gift cards to help pay for incidentals, food, groceries, gas, all of that. We have an emergency fund, so if you can't pay your internet bill, because things cost, we've helped to cover those expenses also. But pivoting from in-person, being here in college, to this online thing took a lot of work and effort. And obviously, we have 40 graduates this year. We did pretty darn good. So thank you, faculty and staff at Cankdeska, for doing that. You're awesome. Thank you, students, for stepping up also and making that change and showing us how it can be done, because we've done a phenomenal job and we're going to keep doing that. We would love your feedback and input about the college, the work of the college, providing classes, and what all that entails. So please do talk to us. Tell us what you like, what you don't like, what you want to see different, what more can we do. And there's going to be a lot more to come. So thank you all so much. Thank you to the faculty and staff. Mitakiwasi, we're all related.
Thank you, Dr. Linguist. At this time, graduates, please stand and proceed to receive your diplomas. Graduates, please stand and face your families. Turn that way. All right, families, you want to stand up for your graduates? First one to be Mackenzie Aarons. Please come out. Next one to be Susie Begay. Next one will be Celista Black. Next one will be Derek Bull. Alyssa Kavanaugh. Erica Kavanaugh. Angela Cross. Noelle Dufney. Sarah Dufney. Nautisha Delorme. Shaylin Demaris. Willanette Dubois. Lily Hinton. Lorenda Lieben. Kayleen Lonis. Selena Oldrock. Oriana Gray Bear. Or One Bear. Sorry about that. Next one will be Mandy Ross. Melissa Swigert Lawrence. Angela Thompson. Taya Thompson. Catherine White. Caitlin Whiteman. Shan Zur. Wyatt Jetty. Joshua Lonis. Alfred Longi Jr. Thomas Ott. And those are your 2022 graduates. Graduates, want to please stand up and face the audience, please? Face your families for pictures. Congratulations, you're a graduate of Cankdeska Cikana Community College. You may move your tassels. Remove your tassels. Please give them a round of applause. Spirit Lake, going to do the honor song. Okay. Guys want to line up and come and shake their hands, please, families and friends? Be proud of our graduates. You hardly don't see this anymore, graduating people. Be proud of them. Color guard, you want to come up? Color guard. Oh, yeah. Right. It says here, shake hand. After the last one, shake hand. We'll be doing a victory song for our graduates, so stick around. Last person right there, huh? Okay, folks, listen up. Cankdeska Cikana Community College would like to congratulate the 22 graduates. Please give them a round of applause. Thank you for coming and supporting our students. Please join us for refreshments in the cafeteria. Drummers will be singing one more song, the closing song, then we'll follow the color guard out. Oha. Everybody, please stand. Stand up, you guys. You guys, graduates, follow the color guard. Aha, upo the tonko, Minio Kawi out there. Thanks for coming. See you guys next year. Wopi Tonka, Pete was stay happy. Doksha Kat.